Diana and the Kwame Tea come here, and then we could sound as I saw question. Given a year now when you're my go. Answer. Yari Kessia Nani Dick International Crew. You didn't call on the room. www.com with me to the summer home.
This advertisement gave very scary statistics of the number of people who were to die daily from AIDS. It simply meant if you had AIDS, there was no hope. According to the HIV Sentinel report for 2017, 15,694 deaths were recorded, out of which 12,792 were adults. The report also revealed the national prevalence rate was 1.67%, with Ashanti and Greater Accra regions recording the highest prevalence rate of 3.2%. Most of these deaths were because they defaulted the anti-retroviral therapy, ARTs. In this documentary, I'll be speaking to some persons living with HIV and herbalists who claim to have a cure for the disease. I find out how stigma pushes these people to avoid taking the very drugs that can make them live longer. Meet Jane, a 34-year-old trader, married with 2 children. This place provides her the calmness anytime she wants to reflect on her life. She made a promise to herself as a young girl to keep her virginity till she gets married. But the struggles of life compelled her to break this promise when her mom got sick and had no help from anyone.
But me school fees that time we had my or so one. Me I never say I real until you used to condom. I feel that one day or 2 years at name once na I feel whom ya now was na me at the crow.
After that relationship, Jane luckily met another man who would marry her. Few months later, she became pregnant. Jane had to test for HIV in order to protect the unborn child and herself. And that was when reality dawned on her.
I call hospital. I call NISA positive. I call so me fa no anche na me worry nti me say e ono ana nti so bia careful. Nkofo sheda di boni ankasa me say nipa na afa mi hu na no odwane so sheda nipa ko ni
okay
we di boni a.
Jane was devastated. Her husband was disturbed and left her to her fate after so much pressure from his family. Jane, at this point, would do anything to get rid of this disease that has been labeled as a killer disease. According to World Health Organization, in the absence of any interventions during these stages, rates of HIV transmission from mother to child can be between 15 and 45%. The hospital mandatorily put her on medication until the baby was born.
Me take medro na kopim se me woye na me no medro na 6 months na me twa akran for.
According to records from the United Nations Program on HIV and AIDS, UNAIDS, new HIV infections averted due to pregnant mother-to-child transmissions was 2,100 as at 2017. Figures from the Demographic Health Survey in 2014 revealed that 67.7% of adults between the ages of 15 and 49 responded no to the question, would you buy fresh vegetables from a shopkeeper or a vendor if you knew that this person had HIV.
Stigma affects almost every aspect of HIV response. There are people who live with HIV, but they are not accessing treatment services. Why? Because they don't want people to know that they are taking a certain medication for which people will ask them. So because of that, people who don't want to go to the health facility to even access treatment.
HIV and AIDS-related stigma and discrimination is a pervasive problem worldwide, and the people living with HIV in Ghana as elsewhere face stigma and discrimination in a variety of contexts. This means stigma attached to HIV and a resultant discrimination is a critical barrier to achieving universal access to HIV-related prevention, treatment, care, and report. The discrimination and stigma compels many persons living with HIV to seek for possible cure for the disease, and that is exactly what Jane did.
I'm called Dr. Brody. I'm called Jane Indro na 6 months still. At the end of that, so
then I'm called Dr. Brody.
I met in TV so. Say Otimisa Sayarian. Timmy Coy na obi nso why or the adanse e pepe sachere so otimi de esa ti oje o si obi yentua 45 million, but over to I say 1,500, I'm to I say 1,500. The 1,500 nature o baby are now the 100 cedis aba timi yesa for 6 months na the NSL dabni me jai
ni no ben o de ma wo
edro bi o aye ne bibidro aban na wanyamegu rovem eno asili eno obeto Jane and Garrick no mako 50.
After using the medication for close to 6 months without the expected results, Jane moved to another herbal healer for perhaps more potent treatments.
Mi jaya na mi te Dr. Mensa ene so me koi on de ne dro no o ma different ebu a ha onua ebu on so a ewo Ravam 3 times a day.
And the only name of the
And the back could be who say I say Garrick but no one tin papa.
And also Ojo saying
And the one jacket so or say a 28 million already, but what to us say doing a beer and that time now for me shed in this country. It was 5 million. But no me no. Now me sort here be 2 months now dem trade.
The desperation to get rid of the stigma associated with living with HIV urged her on. Jane almost lost hope until she saw another advertisement on television that seemed to have found a final solution to her problem.
Me take go and not just say girl now free South Africa no be yeah you know. We say some for media funds so aboy ya mo na say ne de be yampa. And ma me call me chai say me call. Si me no me no say panye ne 100 million. Or say panye no or wa by 1 month me be free blood do. Ti panye na nanka. My marriage some ko pesca abaru.
Well, when you scam.
No, I'm not saying it. They do 100 cities. For me, told me, you know, at once one. See, every week be an amicoto. And also 2 months. Rafina, my yarepa, and my nuhuna, even. The sort of me at a time, and I'm giant, and Masakoji,
Here is another lady who's living with HIV since 2016. Her situation was worse than that of Jane. In 2016, she became aware she was HIV positive after she was forced to take the test because her husband had died mysteriously 38-year-old Kate was convinced taking the ARDs will kill her faster.
If you on man numbia for some time and jaya meteo. Timothy TV who I make sure and me who say HERBAL Dr. CB kasawo TV so. No see o when drew I be drew I no ma ebeboa ama yare na mo na kofom kra na en ha obiem. Timothy and manage ho kwese be drew de no mo se ye emma side effects bia. Na me call ti me call ye no me ko hu doctor me friend no ka che me baby awo na me call ye ti me call ye no mo charge me so mo beji me 3,000 na 3,000 no beji ama medro no me tuatua omo nje ni nyina amom enti omo ma medro na every week o de dro ni ma me na me be no medro na week no masan akọ enti week ni me ko bia sika ekura me no na me de ama wo mo no mama medro.
6 months into the medication, Kate felt she was getting better until things became worse.
I just said, we drew now, and no more. I'm one. See me who say I'm one, and I'm matter for me. My son start. Say, I'm a hospital at Trona. See, my son, started hospital. And say, my started hospital at Trona 9 months in 9 months in here, may say no hospital at Trona. See, mother from there almost 10 months. Let me start hospital at Trona. Mr. Doctors no ka say me nko physio enka ho no te me no modro na me ko physio no and afi na say improvement bank akra be say kra no me ntimi sorry en nante ye.
The Ashanti Regional HIV/AIDS Coordinator, Dr. Thomas Ejakupoku, explains the default rate of persons with HIV is alarming.
Defaulting rate among people on ARV, that is to say HIV positive patients who have been put on medication, is a major concern to us, lost to follow up. Some people, once you start them for 2 weeks, they disappear and then they come back in a very bad state. In absence of a cure for HIV, the use of ARV is a very powerful tool to ensure that people who live in HIV are having a better life. Last year, our calculation showed that about 1/3 of patients who have been put on medication did not come back after a period. And that's a major concern. I can tell you that more than 50% of our patients are on 1 or 2 of these medications from these so-called doctors. And these drugs are not working. They come to us with the drugs when things are so bad to show it to us.
But in some cases, not everyone that defaults are able to come back to restart the process. In her poorly lit room, she lies in the couch on her side, struggling to breathe properly. Skinny, frail, and tired looking, this is 27-year-old Dapa who has lived with HIV for the past 4 years. The family has ascribed spiritual explanation to her situation, totally refusing to accept that she was HIV positive. Sounding very nasal, she explains her sister asked her to stop taking the ARTs because her condition was not HIV.
No, I'm
Fibe mwase miyeke.
no,
Most persons living with HIV who are on treatment are often assigned caregivers and counselors to help them to get better. One of them, Edward Ansa, who is a counselor at Sontreso Government Hospital, noticed the changes in Dapa's health and sought to help her.
I think initially she stopped the ARVs doing the herbal medicine, but she came back for the ARVs, so she was doing the ARVs alongside the herbal medicine. But since then, for the past 1 year, she stopped the cure, so she's only on the ARVs. We are fighting that she will come back strengthened.
Ansa is optimistic that Dapa could recover from her current condition.
When you are on ARVs, you are told not to take herbal medicine at all. But here is the case: there are some herbal medicine, some people who are deceiving people that there's a cure. This one, she was told that it's a cure; it's going to cure the HIV.
Unlike Jane and Kate, who got back, Dapa was perhaps unlucky. She died 2 weeks after we spoke. She is among more than 100 of them that died after defaulting from their prescribed treatment. Olivia Graham is the Ashanti Regional Technical Coordinator for the Ghana AIDS Commission. She confirms that many persons living with HIV who are in denial are often unable to recover after their health gets very bad.
So when somebody is positive and the person is in denial, the person will not take their medicines. They will not go to the facilities. So they are still in the communities with their positive states, with nothing being done about it. And this makes them very, they can easily transmit the virus to other people. And also, they get their immune system drops so much that later on when you try to put them on anti-retrovirals, it may not work. So at the end of the day, if you want to reduce new infections, then we need to put all people living with HIV on anti-retroviral therapy.
In 2017 alone, 16,000 adults and children died of acquired immunodeficiency syndrome AIDS, according to the UNAIDS. The situation has not been taken lightly by the National Association of Persons Living with HIV and AIDS. National President of the Network of Persons Living with HIV in Ghana, Emmanuel Beluzeba Sukure, has described as unacceptable for any of its members to die in the fashion Dapa found herself.
Yes, I feel very bad because at this stage, I don't think somebody should die of HIV. HIV doesn't kill. That is the fact that I want your viewers to know. HIV doesn't kill. It is some of these mistakes that people do that kill people living with HIV. If I'm living with HIV and I'm being put on anti-retroviral drugs and I monitor my viral loads every 6 months to see to it that I'm corresponding to treatment, I don't need to die. I don't need to die. HIV doesn't kill. What will make a person with HIV kill is when you stop taking anti-retroviral drugs.
The World Health Organization and other health professionals have said that there is no cure for HIV at the moment. Many traditional, herbal or spiritual healers believe HIV is spiritually acquired and can be healed with special herbs and the right spiritual interventions. We are heading to Asante-Aguna in the Ashanti region to meet one of the popular herbal doctors.
Me ankasane adwumawura no Dr. Buwadi. Na me da Dr. Buwadi Herbal Center no ano.
He is one of the many herbal doctors that Jane visited. About 100 meters to his shrine is this huge billboard which lists the major diseases Dr. Buedi specializes in. HIV is the first.
HIV were draw, Kwasi Broni na eni draw. Kwasi Broni efiri se HIV back in 1973. Broni ya so ko benya draw bi a kebetuma tu HIV ase. Esa se Broni se na adwen boni nti. Se Broni timi nya HIV draw anka wuntimi nto. Na asidan ka otumfo nyakopɔ kokroko. Enfie drunie na nyakopɔ de na draw ye den emaame.
Dr. Buedi has a 6-acre land at his backyard where he grows variety of herbs he uses to heal the various ailments displayed on his billboard, including HIV.
Was me with HIV? Who was HIV? Dia den dia dance parties o HIV. Ebrebi atwa no me kwaya lab wa ha. Me kwaya no, krata doctor de ma me se manya HIV no. Enie hospital ni din wo so. Doctor ansing na cha yeden e wo so. Na answer di nipa ni ayeden ato ye ne Dr. Buedi Eba Center ye duro no so HIV aduro de na to so wonum aduro no abaya bosumi mienu na bosumi 9 bosumi 9 a HIV wo ma wodo miensa ye wo HIV 1 HIV 2 HIV 3 e depending nipa no HIV no a owo e tebe ma nipa na kwaye lab no ba bi kwaye lab ba sa akwa wono a doctor be sa atwi no moja akosha afidie no no results no be ba no eso e negative aye wo results be pray. Ghana AIDS Commission for
So I asked him whether he has contacted the Ghana AIDS Commission about his discovery.
2006 we depend on never. It's why we Ghana AIDS Commission penny awda Asante region no one unko for monko penny pa wanya HIV nipa makoma ko 10 me nyu sika me fam aduro ne de entese one say ya relative from umaja mu dia na say Ghana o say ye atwadi obani masama me kai ni wanyene awrawo sam say nkofo ekoye no 3 days na ewiase nyina HIV dakese nkofo akwagira FM so TV to say condemn say HIV ni aduro everyone man say won ka biem
real but you sabi the deal the last girl where you chop fi be your last meal
tell them it's a dangerous disease I'm on advising it's on this surface a warning, put on your condom, protect this kingdom.
Dr. Buedi claims due to his success rate, some medical doctors direct patients to him.
I want you to have a walk on my brofudra. Sabi, almost say, but on by a soya animal. Well, on by a soya, I don't to a biblioso. Would you bear 3 months? No, now go for night. As a son, and I make me no say, me one medical say, oh, Tom, come up hospital the baby. Me one medical doctors, hospitalists, nurses. I want my direction man for treatment. And nothing I can say. Yeah, I want to move bar. Yeah, everyone.
Another person that claims to have cure is Concoctions, a spiritualist, also on the Mampon Road in Ashanti region.
Abibidrono etimi ekum emwano echai emrofudrono. Brofudrono America no dia me hu yan say emrofo no dada yen. Ana omo mako school kakra no omo so omo akwa brochire kofa esi adrono nukura bi anim.
Concoctions will also not tell me all the herbs and the kind of mixture to produce the concoction that heals HIV. So I asked her whether she had communicated to the Ghana AIDS Commission on a concoction that heals the disease. Just like Dr. Buedi, Concoctions challenges the Ghana AIDS Commission to test her medication with some patients.
Jamba 20 a champo fofo ye wadrobo ha me de baka ho eno de mintime nkyere de manwa no wanno onum a de wo hu ni nyina wo be start so population so ho a na ho na start ihwane wo benya onim de sesi a etisa omo pa omo ma doctor bi mfo obi bosome mienu me mfa bosome baako se me metini ayi es aja wo so so mo konfo anoche a ye do mo tu aduro so de no to na kwa no asaba sana na me kwa ye si bi wo oba na me de medro no ma no na me to ase enti yenya bi dro no ekum emboa no eche brofudro no enti amamrofo na ba me afida wo mo beje saa enimdia no omo kwa so omo timi ma me epenuro ni bi no omo akofra no omo ba so omo fa information bi amira mi o timi ma hu se ho no omo sisi me enti mi ma hu se me sa me boa me do omo picture nyina beto na mo mfre ho mo se omo di kan ba kwa me nkoma so ponso a ye do omo nyina ba me so na ma kire mo nuro no.
While some go to herbal and traditional healers to heal them, others also visit pastors to hand them their healing. In this clip, as some persons believed to be persons living with HIV/AIDS who were brought to the International God's Way Church founded by Bishop Daniel Obinim.
You can check it. From today onwards, go and check it.
Yes.
You will never see hepatitis B or HIV virus again.
Yes.
Doctor will tell you you are negative. You are out of hepatitis B or HIV.
Doctor, your test in the Obeka says, see any there a negative wouldn't it be? The salt solution, the moment you take it, you are healed. That is the word of the angel of God. It's a direction to heal you from HIV/AIDS.
In 2016, a research center, the Center of Awareness, COA, announced a breakthrough in Accra of a possible cure for HIV/AIDS. The COA drug, which is purely herbal based, designed to be an efficient immune booster to help one's immune system fight diseases and disease-causing viruses, bacteria, and others. The executive director of COA, Dr. Samuel Atodankan, explains the drug could destroy about 80% of the HIV virus within 2 hours of its administration without any negative effect.
I said I was going to look for cure for HIV. Right. Yeah, so the research started from there, and from there we came to Noguchi Memorial Institute for Medical Research. After we've gotten the formula, right. Now what we have to do is initiate what we call in vitro analysis to know whether the what we have has activity at all against HIV. And the results was marvelous. For 2 hours, the agent we have, which we call the COA72, killed 70% of the stored virus. 6 hours it killed 80%, and 12 hours it killed 80%. Meaning, if it works in humans, then within the following day, somebody will get out of HIV. So we're looking at how we're going to try it in humans. So we moved from here to South Africa. We did that search in KwaZulu-Natal University, where the link is there, where Dr. Nloto used this medication to get his PhD. And 18 persons were tried with this medication. And the median viral load was 6,730. And within 4 months, the viral load came to 15. That's about 99.8% reduction. Then to us, when you get there, that is not the end of it. Because the viruses may be hiding in the latently infected cells. So we develop what we call the injector, the muscular, to smoke them from their hideouts. And we developed that, and we smoked. I think we have 2 pilot volunteers. And within 3 days, we smoke all the viruses living in their hideouts to the bloodstream. Maximum, yes, and maximum 120 days, they were all fly from the human body, and up to today, they have no viruses living.
Senior research fellow then at the Noguchi Memorial Institute for Medical Research, Dr. Jacob Bano, in an earlier interview, says the drug has prospects.
The COA drug, which we tested against HIV in the laboratory, is one of the processes that drug discovery goes through. You go through an in vitro system. If the result you get is promising, then you move to an in vivo system using either humanized animal models where the drug has not been used on human beings at all.
Meanwhile, the Food and Drugs Authority says it has not been presented with any drug that manages or cures HIV. Emmanuel Yao is the head of HERBAL and food supplement at FDA.
If you are buying any product that is not registered by the FDA in the first place, then it means that the claims that are being peddled around cannot be ascertained. That goes for any claim for HIV treatment. FDA has not registered any product in Ghana that is capable of treating HIV. So we do not expect HIV patients to drop their medications for any other made in Ghana product, because FDA has not registered, I repeat, not registered any product for the treatment of HIV. If anybody is making that claim that he is treating HIV, the public should report to FDA so that we will have first-hand information and deal with it adequately, because that person will not be credible because there's no product that has been registered in Ghana for that. So let's all work together so that we safeguard the public health and safety.
The anti-retroviral therapy is a treatment and care for HIV. Standard antiretroviral therapy consists of the combination of antiretroviral drugs to maximally suppress the HIV virus and stop the progression of HIV disease. ART also prevents onward transmission of HIV. As of 2017, the UNAIDS reports that coverage of adults and children receiving ART stood at 40%. Dr. Thomas Ejakupoku is worried of the rate of resistance to the drug and the treatment in the near future.
In absence of a cure for HIV, the use of ARV is a very powerful tool to ensure that people who live in HIV are having a better life. But that will depend on the ability to stick to the regime of the drug. If you're able to take the drug religiously for a period of 6 months, studies have shown that your ability to transmit the infection to one another is reduced. And we want to make sure that people who have been put on medication stick to that. If you stop and then you come back, the danger is that the drug that you used to take may not work in your system again. The virus becomes resistant to that drug, and this is a danger. It means that we must change you from one set of drug to another, and these are difficult and expensive drugs.
As vulnerable as the victims are, they spent all that they have to get better, and at a point end up with nothing. Kate, for instance, spent more than 2,000 Ghana cedis in the initial stages.
Sir, Dr. No, Mr. Edrun. I am a bomb pie cross and Yanko Pomba who met me anante. Nama Coneho, Namako Kamabiachian, because Omodi Edrun a hanipa. Omuni Edrun, but Omode a hanipa. To me, who am in fact, me boo of Wankasa because Sika or Mubin free a hono, and newly here warm. Because we're charging me 3,000, so be Timmy Amame want me, what Jimmy 2,000. And social problem mark of our brain. It is uncle funny there. In fact, Omuni Edrun, Omunia, Omuni. There was a Ghana government, more who say, more baby omo drone, or more limits, baby or more pem. The omutimi ye, and the omuntimi, and because me told from this enemy we are, Kawakumekwa.
Jane, the trader, saw her business crumple on her. She couldn't make any progress in her economic life during the period.
Scapa, because that make me trauma, dear, me no be a me. At the foot, Namuska at the bank by a basan, the second lash. It be more plot that won't come the statue and Casami. Ka Mina be a jamba. O corner when you be a Shasona window.
The pa, on the other hand, lost all she had on medications until she couldn't pay anymore and will rely on her sister. All the herbal and traditional healers, after being questioned on their drugs, challenged the Ghana AIDS Commission to give them patients to test their drugs with. But the Ashanti Regional HIV/AIDS Coordinator, Dr. Thomas Ejakopoku, says the request for patients to test their drugs is inappropriate and cannot be granted.
Virtually every day you see them trooping in. Some even telling us that, oh, we have drug. Doctor, can you give us some of your patients to try it on them? Of course, we work within laws and regulations. It is strictly against our rules to hand somebody over to a treatment you are not sure of. We are not permitted to do that. And if you do, it is against the law. So this is to individuals who think that they have medication or a cure for HIV. You know where to go. You go to Kropon, Equapim, your drug will be tested, and then go through the process.
Meanwhile, the Food and Drugs Authority explains for a drug to be accepted for use, that drug must go through clinical trials. Mrs. Naki Teilabi is Ashanti Regional Director for FDA.
The person then would have to come to the Food and Drugs Authority, bring this medication, fill certain forms. They have to even do clinical trials. You see, for a medicine that cures HIV, we have to prove. The whole world is looking for that medicine, I must say. Everybody in the whole world is looking for the cure for HIV. As of today, we still don't have it. So what we are saying is that if you think you have that medicine, then you have to have a clinical trial done.
The traditional alternative medicine under the Ministry of Health is in charge of regulating, it controls and certifies alternative medicine practitioners in the country. Ashanti Regional Head Stephen Osei Ejapon Jedua says such herbal and traditional practitioners who claim to have the cure must be arrested.
That they should institute some punitive measure if they can do that. For those who are advertising that they have AIDS, a cure for AIDS, if there's a way that you can institute a punitive measure so that those people will be dealt with once and for all.
Those herbal companies and spiritual healers use the media to advertise their drugs and propagate their messages, some of which is against the laws of public health.
So enti ehun behia sa wo beba na ya kire ho nipa ne yade a yede wo no yamfa anwo no so akwan be so ne fa so esa no eye HIV fine ono ane konya aye ana ne ya to ede ama.
But Kate says after going through this episode of life, traditional healers must be confronted and dealt with. Her husband is dead, she is bedridden and must take care of her 4 children with no economic livelihood.
Yeah, what ye here abina na see here the 4 emwa because me and make us say me could know me could tankwara 4 me ni boa for bia or boa me tifako for the past 10 months me tifako it here say and the phone no more will be no be so ye mo no ma boa yen na a support me yet me sorry.
In 2018, the Social Accountability Monitoring Committee, which was set up by the Ghana AIDS Commission, visited some of these herbal centers and brought them together to educate them on the need to go through the right processes if they claim they have cure for the disease. But the sensitization might have fallen on deaf ears because none of such drugs have been registered yet. For the network of persons living with HIV and AIDS, the current trend is a national security issue since a number of its members are dying. Emmanuel Sukuri wants government to collaborate with them to address the situation.
And we allow an individual to make business out of our condition. And people think that this is only people with HIV concerned. I think it is unacceptable, for we have raised our voice and we are looking at what Ghana, the government of Ghana, the institutions that had been put in place to ensure that the safety of what we take in is secure. We are only looking at them to see what they can do with this report.
Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you. HIV continues to be a major global public health issue, having claimed more than 35 million lives so far, according to the World Health Organization. In 2017, 940,000 people died from HIV-related causes globally. The whole African region is the most affected region, with 25.7 million people living with HIV in 2017 alone. The UNAIDS 1990 target calls on countries to reach the following goals: 90% of people living with HIV diagnosed by 2020, 90% of diagnosed people on anti-retroviral treatment by 2020, and 90% of people in treatment with fully suppressed viral load by 2020 will not be met if the situation persists. It is clear that not everyone could be as lucky as Jane, who recovered. You could find yourself in the shoes of Kate, who is paralyzed, or Dapa, who unfortunately died from defaulting her anti-retroviral treatment for herbal concoctions. To be able to achieve these ambitious targets, it is therefore important to adhere to the requisite medications to avoid the experiences of Kate, Jane, or Dapa. For Hotline, my name is Prince Apia, reporting.
It's a dangerous disease, I'm on advising. It's on the surface, a warning, put on your condom, protect the